Good evening. This is group number 5, and today we are going to discuss the case study. The first one referring to our exposed topic, financial statement and accounting, and the second about one of those already spoken by our colleges. This is one. In the first topic, we have the financial statement, and this said Apple Inc. prepared an income statement for the year and ended September 27, 2014. The income statement shows that Apple has sales of 182.8 billion during that year. That is how much revenue Apple made for all its sale of computers and phones and apps and so on items and everything else it sells. This is an increase from 107.9 billion in 1213 and 156.5 billion in 2012. Next, the income statement shows expenses starting with cost of sales of 112.3 billion. This means in order to make all the products it's sold for that 182.8 billion revenue, it's cost Apple 112.3 billion. Other expenses include 6 billion research and development costs, 12 billion selling, general and administrative costs, and a 14 billion tax expenses. Finally, the income statement shows net income, which is known as the bottom line because you guess it. It appears at the bottom of the income statement. Apple's net income for the year ending September 27, 12 was 39.5 billion. Why the income statement is important is the first question.
Okay, repeat please.
Why the income statement is important?
Because it clearly states whether a company is making a profit, the total revenues and expenses of a company are listed on its income statement. Subtracting the expense from revenues provides the total profit during the given accounting period, usually a year or a quarter of a year.
And the second question is, which two lines on the income statement do you think are the most important?
Okay, the most important income statement, the most financial statement for the majority of users is likely to be income statement, and since it reveals to available to business to generate a profits. So also the information listening on the income statement is mostly related to current dollars and so represent to reason degree and occurrence. So however, it doesn't not reveal the amount of sex in level, so request to generate a profits and its result to now necessary to equate to cash flow generated by the business. So also the occurring of the documents can be suspended when the cash basic of accounting is used. And so this is income statement when used bid and can be sometimes missing.
The second statement is the statement of cash flows. A possible candidate for most important financial statement is the statement of cash flows. This statement shows how much cash came into the business and how much cash went out of the business. It focuses solely on changes in cash inflows and outflows. This report represents a clearer view of a company's cash flows than the income statements, which can sometimes present skewed results, especially when accruals are mandated under the accrual basis of accounting.
Okay, the second slide, please. Hello, today now we are going to talk about the case study about bonds. So Dano SA is an open limited company registered in the Security Registry. Its turn is the production of excavator for construction. I have recently decided to issue a public offering bond in order to finance future investment project, which is why these issues has been registered in the aforementioned registry. Given that Tano SA is a little-known company in the national market, the financial advisor have recommended to designate, as essential asset all the machinery that allows production, subjecting the said asset to a clause of impossibility of disables, unless prior approval of the representative of the holder's bonus. Finally, a said clause was incorporated into the bond issuance that and registered separately from the registration of the incorporation of the company. However, the Board of Tanos SA has approved the sale of one of the main machines, arguing the need to renew it. In this way, the general manager of the company has signed a sales contract with Rodrigo Hans Thor. Now, the first question is, indicate the general requirements for the validity of a bond issues indicating who is involved in a bond issues.
In the general, is the production is for public and bond and order financer and foods and project. And while in the husband and requis is the register and production of for construction have resin and wise is the security register.
The second question is, what are the requirements to issue a bond?
Fine. The company must follow a number of steps in order to issue bonds. For example, approach to the operation. First of all, the company talks to the bank and explains its need for financing. Then rating analysis and documentation preparation to go on the market. It is recommended that the company has the rating of a rating agency. Then the presentation to the invaders is like a key moment in the process to new issuers is to like present the operations to invaders. Then the issues goes on the market. Once it is decided that the issue will be made because there is an interest, the bank and the company look for a window of opportunity and establish a tentative date. And then bonus allocation and prioritization process. When the book is already clean and closed, it is decided how much will be granted to each invaders.
taking into account the quality of the invaders and the objective of the issuer.
And the third one is the, the need for the company to renew its machinery is sufficient argument to expand Tano SA from liability.
Well, the acquisition of machinery can be motivated either by the implementation of a novel process, by the improvement of an existing one, by the increase in production capacity, or simply by a period replacement of another similar machine that has reached the end of its life. Economical, the knowledge of the causes that cause the loss of value of the machines provide the guidelines for their renewal, which will depend to a large extent on the availability and circumstances of the company. So, if the company understands that despite being its main machine, it needs to be replaced, then I agree with the change of replace the principal machine of the company if they need it.
There are two main reasons for a company to consider financing through bond issuances as an alternative due to a lower cost of financing, effective interest rate, and the possibility of having a longer repayment term. Both reasons generate greater benefit compared to the alternative of acquiring a defect. This is all for our good, and that's it.